Went in the house for 10 minutes, came back out, and the sun is gone. Hey, how's it going, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Big Ball Dogs. I do reviews, news, everyday vlogging, and every once in a while I'll do a tutorial. If this video is educational or somewhat entertaining, please consider smashing that like button and maybe subscribing to the channel for new videos when I post them. So yeah, I got up this morning to try to get out and do some testing of the new Dji Air 2S. I keep trying to drop the word Mavic, the new Dji Air 2S. Perfect weekend for shooting video, but we had presidential TFR, so I was grounded all weekend long. So I got up this morning, I woke up, I found, you know, sun in the sky, go in the house, get everything ready, come back out, and it is total overcast. So instead of today trying to do sort of a camera review, I thought that I would do the 03 range test review. Now, before I get this started, I just want to kind of give my opinion about how this is going to go. I have the DJI FPV drone, which is also 03. We have done the range test on that, and we saw that we got to about 9,000-ish, 9,800 feet before it cut out and came back to me. I do not know if I expect this to go any further or any further than that in this test. The only difference between the two when it comes to the FPV drone and the camera drone is the fact that the FPV drone is tuned for latency and the camera drone is tuned for video quality. So it would be essentially like flying your DJI FPV systems and getting it, or setting it from either low latency mode or high quality mode. So in this situation, we're going to just take it out. We're going to do the same test. I am in a better location this time, or at least a better orientation to the direction that I want to fly the drone. I'm not directly behind trees like I am when I'm off to the side or on the left here. And I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm going to take it straight out, let it hit that wall, let it come back to me, and see what range we can get. I might be surprised, I don't know. But without all the talk, let's just get it up in the air and see what it can do. Sinking done. So again, let's just take it out, push it out, and see what it gets. So I'm gonna climb as I'm flying out. I'm going to aim for the same location. Usually I do is I try to follow the stream. Then we're going to leave it about right there for altitude. Actually still a little bit off on one side here. I want to get it back over the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to split this to sport mode, we can get some speed on it and see what it can actually do. I can sort of see the clearing that I usually make it to. I believe that's the clearing that I usually make it to when I do the other tests. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Mistaken, the clearing that I'm shooting, that I usually shoot for, is on the right side of the screen. But right now I still got all RC signal, 26 satellites, still pushing. It definitely doesn't move as fast as it does like this doesn't move as fast as the FPV drone does, and the FPV drone is in sport mode, is a rocket. So there's the clearing that I usually shoot for, off to the right there. That's about what we got before. I want to try to aim for that, just turn a little bit. I still have full RC, and I'm coming up on that clearing. I'm gonna just turn it and aim in that direction real quick. So it's probably not the best test because I'm not actually, this is straight, but I'm trying to keep it as straight as possible. Still got full RC. Okay, we have dropped down 3 bars, weak signal, weak signal, weak signal. Adjust your antennas. And I think that is it. Okay, RC not connected. So we're gonna let it do its thing and return back to us. And like I said, it's about the same. It's the same clearing, probably about to the middle. It looks like I had to return the home point. I got it at 8770, so 8,770 feet. Similar to previous tests. So like I said, I didn't really expect it to go much further than that. It probably did because I was pushing while it kind of was losing its signal, and I was pretty much to the back of that clearing that I usually fly at. It is now in auto return to home mode, weak signal. It's coming back to me. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to push forward on this stick. And if you do push forward on the stick, it looks like it does pick up the speed even though it's in return to home mode, so you still have control over. Unlike the FPV drone, when it's in return to home mode, you don't have control over the drone while it's moving in the air. It's fixed and it's flying straight forward. It looks like with this, I can't yaw, but I can push forward just to pick it up a little bit. Okay, we're at 5,000. The stream is off to the right, and I believe I can kind of see where I'm at coming up. So one thing I don't get right now, it is definitely in return to home mode, but it says at the top of the screen, it says auto returning to home, and I believe that is in seconds, 123 seconds. Don't know what that actually means, because it does say tap to cancel return to home. So I'll have to get into the actual, do some research to see what that actually means. Okay, so you can see that I am coming back to where we took off from. I'm gonna just let it go, let off the stick, and then I'm gonna let it do its own thing. We're gonna see, I took it off from right in front of me. We're gonna see how accurate it is. I will kill it if there is a situation, because there is a power line behind me. So if it gets too far behind me, I'm gonna kill it and bring it down. But we're gonna see, I kind of let it hover for a little bit. I don't know if I had it hovering at the right altitude, but usually for a return to home to be precision, you have to take it up about, I think it said about 30 feet, and then just let it sit there, and the bottom cameras will take a picture of the like contrasted differences of the ground, and try to, literally you'll see it when it's in the air, orient itself so that it's kind of finding it, a picture and lining itself up with it, and it brings it down. And at least with the other drones, when it does precision landing, it brings it down within inches of where you took it off from. Out on this lake here, there is a little peninsula that sticks out, and any difference of like 5 feet will either put it in the water or put it in a tree. It landed right on the end of that peninsula with no problems at all. So I'm coming up on myself, and I think right now this is going to be in one of the log profiles, because as you can see, it's a little bit grayed out, but I'll probably drop a filter on that to kind of clean it up a little bit. All right, so we're getting over top of ourselves. I'm gonna aim that down. Still have control of the camera while it's in return to home mode. aiming it right down on top of myself. And it is coming in. What it did not do in this situation that I've previously seen drones do is it would kind of twist and roll before it came back down. It just kind of found me and it came back down. So as you can see, it's probably, well, as you cannot see, it's a little bit off. So I'm going to cancel that return to home. Hold on, I'm going to give it a shot. Maybe I'm wrong here. It looks like it's right over top of my head, but now that it's getting closer, it is in front of me. So we'll see what it can do. It's got obstacle avoidance on, so there's nothing. It's not going to hit anything. Oh, I was wrong. It is going to land right where I took it off from, or at least very close. So I took it off from right there. It's within feet of where I took off from. Now it's not going to land because it has the obstacle avoidance kicked in, so there's something underneath of it unsuitable for land. So we're going to push that forward a little bit. I'm going to hit the cancel to return to home. I'll push that forward a little bit. Surprisingly, let me get this down. So surprisingly about the whole thing, I forgot that was in sport mode. And usually when sport mode, you lose the obstacle avoidance. But in this situation, as you just saw, when it came in, it said, hey, are you sure you want to land this where it's about to land? Would it have landed in the right spot? Yeah, it did. I don't know if you can see that. So let's see. Can you see it now? So it's right there. I took it off from about right here. It landed right there. No, actually it was a little bit further back. I forgot. I just pushed it forward about 6 inches to kind of get it make sure it wasn't going to hit the curb that's in front of it. But yeah, I mean, test wise, like I said, I'm probably not in the most ideal conditions here. I'm still around power lines. I'm still around cell phone antennas. As far as comparing this to the DJI FPV drone using 03, I expected about similar distance. The only thing that I would be comparing in this situation, if I wanted to, would be the image quality coming back. With the FPV drone, you have the image coming back to the goggles. Don't know if they guarantee like a 1080 image at whatever range, but I believe flying through the goggles, I never saw any drop in image quality. Whereas with the camera drone, what they kind of guarantee you is a 1080, a clean 1080 signal that you could actually use for your video editing. Clean signal back to your phone at the distance that this drone claims that it can reach. So just thought I'd go out here. Like I said, gotta strike while the iron's hot. Gotta get out here and do videos. I was gonna come out here and do a video without filming it, just to do a pre-run on it. But these days, limited time with the business and work and everything else. Gotta get out and get the video and get the content up. So if you got any questions about this, or you want me to do any particular videos, please leave a comment in the description below. I do plan on the next bright day. I kind of got a little bit of a test video of what this thing can do in 5.7K, but I want to get out on a nice day, put it in 5.7K at its highest frame rate, highest resolution, and, you know, maybe even drop on a LUT to see. I don't really do LUTs or color profiling, but drop on a LUT to see what this thing's actually capable of, comparing it to what I remember about the DJI Mavic, or the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. This is kind of on that comparable level, 1/8 sensor, blah, blah, blah. I do have some video footage from the DJI Mavic Air 2 that I can compare it to, but I want to see if there's a big difference between the two. So I'll be doing that in future videos. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Talk to you later.